Well, I just put some 3.5 inch risers on the Sportster, the 91 Sportster I just picked up. It was cheap. And so it brings up the handlebars 2 inches more, which are a little more comfortable. And I didn't have to mess with any controls. I had them already. They were kind of tarnished. So what I did was I took the nylon wheel, cleaned them up really good, chemically cleaned them with brake clean. Then I painted them with truck bed lining. So that won't chip off, but if it does, just put some black paint on it. So we got a few things coming for it actually. Well, I got the kickstand coming because this bike's been lowered a lot, and the kickstand needs to be shorter. I actually got a little windshield coming for it too, just the one that clips on the handlebars up here. It's just going to be a little guy about that big, just to bust the wind, nothing overbearing because it's a Sportster. I got a tool bag coming for it, and these things. Now this handlebar I had to raise up anyway because if you go to service the forks, this handlebar was like right here, so it was 2 inches lower. It was right off these fork caps. You would have to take this off every freaking time to get at the fork caps. So what I got coming is the fork caps that have like the little insert in them, because it's really hard to push those back on with that spring. So once I get that on there, I can change the fluid a lot easier. There's a screw on each side down here, right here. That screw right there. Sometimes you can take them off the vice grips and you pump it up a few times and you bleed it out when they're wet. In other words, when you're not rebuilding them, like you didn't dry everything all off, you put 9 ounces of fluid in it. So you just be able to put it in from the center here, the little center piece that the new cap will have. You think Harley would do that from the factory? No, they just make everything difficult, right? I want you to take it to the place to get it serviced. So yeah, this worked out kind of. Just adjusted some. I'm gonna put I know you changed the oil. I'm not sure if you used car oil or what oil you used. I'm not going to change the filter again. It's just been changed. I'm actually going to pull a couple quarts out of the bag, and I'll put 2050 V-twin, high quality V-twin oil in it. And I'm debating on what doing with the gas tank, because they got a 3.9 gallon gas tank, and I'm not sure how high up it sits. If it sits, so if you turn this bar all the way like that, usually that was the problem I had with mine. I had to go to 5.5 inch risers, and it just clears. These might not clear, but if I put like a King Sporty tank on it, it would clear no problem. They give me like 3.1 gallons. That might be good enough. It's a little cheaper too. It's like a little over $100. But then I want to paint it exactly like this with the clear coat and a sticker, so it looks factory stock. And that's probably what I'll do. I'm going to see if I can adapt my old side plates and Sissybar, the low one, onto here. It might, if it doesn't, the side plates actually go on the inside. So if it doesn't fit exactly, it's just a straight plate. You know, I can drill it out, and it's all hidden behind here, and the plates come up. It's a little bit different, you know. It doesn't bolt on the outside. It bolts on the inside. It goes from the inside, and the bolts go through this like this. And I could probably make it work. And I got a tool bag coming from it, a pretty good size one. It'd be about, if I had the Sissybar on here, I could put it back here and it would fit right in here, and it'd be about that high where I could put the lock and stuff and some stuff. I know one thing you can take with you on a bike. I know they got like really thin rain jackets and stuff. You know what you can take? Just take a trash bag, like a good quality contractor's type trash bag, and you can make like a jacket out of it, just like for the arms and the head. You can roll that up and stick it in your tool bag in case you get caught in the rain and you're getting freaking really cold. You can just use a trash bag. You get a heavy duty one. I mean, it's only going to cost you $2 at the most, and it's like an emergency rain jacket, very small space it takes up. So again, what the heck I got tomorrow? I know the kickstand and those things at the fork caps. And if your key don't show up here by Saturday, I'm just gonna get an ignition key. I'm gonna get a Harley one. I'm not gonna get one of these These keys actually ain't that freaking, they're really easy to defeat anyway, these alarm type keys. You know, and when he first came out, nobody knew how to defeat them, but they're really easy to defeat. But even so, you just unscrew this, and the wires are right there, and you just put an alligator clip on it with a jumper lead, and you start it up. So, freaking joke, man. It's like, you know, old school is easier to steal, but old school is easier to fix too. So your security on this is your padlock over here, which is you know, something better than nothing. Anyway, just a quick update. I'm gonna take a look at this the Sissybar stuff and see if it would fit on there. I'm not gonna try to force anything to fit. If it doesn't fit, like, it goes on the inside of these supports anyway, so if I had a, you know, there's a bolt here and there's a bolt here, so I think it would fit. I think it would fit. I might have to cut the part of the side plate off over here that goes way under here, but it's all going to be on the inside, and you only need 2 bolts on each side. You don't need 3. They usually only come with 2 anyway, so it's a real small Sissybar. It only goes up this high. It's not going to have like up to here, just enough to hold the tool bag. So that'd be the cheap way to do it. So actually, if you know, with the windshield and you know, just even the King Sporty Tank, I wouldn't have to, because if I go any higher on these, I would have to get a brake line. You know, there's nothing wrong with this brake line, so why do that? You know, it's not really that necessary. You know, maybe, you know, someday out in the future possibly. But for now, it's looks pretty good. I just can't wait to get the damn key. Excuse me. You know, I'm gonna keep shining it up, and when I get this aluminum more shiny and stuff, like this side, I think I got this side more shiny here, and it's getting shined up pretty good. I'm gonna see about like a ceramic coating. I know they got waxes now that they didn't have like 30 years ago, that you put the ceramic coating on there and it won't oxidize or tarnish. So, you know, yeah. But I'll tell you something else, a little trick I've been using. I said this in other videos. What I do is to knock off the rust is I use PB Blaster and like a real super fine wool. PB Blaster dissolves the rust. You see, like on these shocks, I cleaned them up pretty good. They look almost brand new. But this bike has definitely been lowered a lot. I mean, I'm like this right here. God, I actually put more spring on the shocks because I mean, I don't think it would bottom out that easy, but you know, one person on it. But I got them like on the second highest setting for spring pressure, because those shocks are really low. And if I ever replace the shocks, I'm going to get lowered shocks anyway, so the new kickstand will work with it. But these are pretty low. These are really low. I'm not sure if they lowered the front too. You know, if they lowered the front, if they did lower the front and they got shorter springs in there, that's a possibility. It's going to be easy to take those caps off because you're not going to have to compress the springs that much. So anyway, just kind of messing around. I'm going to get out this my old Sissybar and slide plates. They're in pretty good shape. I just changed them out on my other bike because I wanted to have more luggage room, and I wanted a higher one, but I didn't want it so high to smack my leg when I bring my leg around. This one is only about this high. I think it will work in here perfect, because as long as it's hidden behind this, you know, it's hidden behind here, and it's bolted here and bolted here. You know, I don't think there's gonna be any problem with it at all. It should work absolutely fine. And it also, it'll kind of disguise this nut here, because you could steal this seat pretty easy. Then I could put, you know, to have the bigger tool bag, and then if I have the Sissybar, if I want to put a backpack on here, I can attach it around here, the arms of the backpack on that, and then I'll have the Sissybar to attach it to, so I don't need to get saddlebags or nothing, you know, if I want to take something with me. So that's a cheap way. I'm kind of going over this a cheap way. But for now, right now, I'm gonna You know, he's got nice clean oil in here. You know, and a lot of times they put, you know, people put car oil in this stuff because the V-twin oil is more money. And I'm gonna make sure I get some V-twin. I'll show you what I got. Yeah, so I got this stuff. It's this is a very, you know, it's a very high quality. Not as good as like AMSOIL or something like that, but it's still, you know, it's on par with the very best stuff. But it's specifically for V-twins, you know, and you know, 4-stroke motor. It's motorcycle oil. So, and we'll just, you know, normally I'm going to be running. I'm probably going to be running AMSOIL in my bikes exclusively. And I was putting 2560 clots, but this bike with this oil cooler and this 883 engine, it's not hopped up or nothing. It's not going to get that hot, so 2050 will be fine. Well, I just took it out for a ride. Had it wired up. What I got to do is connect this one lead here. Everything comes on, we're all set. So lights and everything. So, one thing I don't like is these shorty mirrors. I can't see behind me, man. I got to probably, something else I'll probably have to change because the long stem stock ones come out here. I can't see behind me. I'm like, I don't like that. So it's a little bit different riding experience. It's the same controls, but it's just a little bit different. I mean, the rear brake is a little different. The clutch is a little bit different. I'm used to riding mine. The handlebars are just a little bit lower. It's a little bit different. But I'm glad I didn't get a big one because it'd be a real learning curve, you know. So, and we got the side my Sportster, my other Sportster Sissybar and side plate should work with this. So this is the side plate, and actually this is covered up. It goes behind that. It goes behind that. So it's gonna go like, looks like all the bolts are the same, and it'll just be a little Sissybar that goes over there. So maybe I'll install that tomorrow. And the bag, got an extra tall tool bag fit right in the back there, so I don't have to mess around with saddlebags or nothing. And I have a way I can actually attach a backpack to it with the Sissybar on it and the lights and stuff. So working out pretty good. I wish the bars were a little higher though, but you know, there's a lot of, you know, it's like there's one thing after another, and that's kind of how my bike was when I first got it. Then I haven't really touched it though since I messed around with it a lot the first couple of years, and after that it's been the same forever, you know, just maintenance. Fix something, break, you know, first something breaks, you fix it. This bike, I'm probably going to go with the King Sporty Tank, even though it's a little smaller, because I ain't going to have to mess around as much to do that. And I might adjust these bars a little bit different, like turn them down a hair or something. I don't know. They're okay though, they're not bad. It's a lot better and a couple more inches higher, that's for sure. And I'm probably gonna get those mirrors though. Now I don't like these mirrors, man. They're too short, unsafe. It's not a cosmetic thing. I just think that they're unsafe. I hate them, man. To tell you the truth, I'm gonna have to get them. I'm gonna have to get them. I think it's just they're just too unsafe having the mirrors like that where you can't see out the. You know, you know, I can see like kind of like right there. I can't see behind me. I don't like that. The other mirrors, the long stem ones, they're stock. They got the shorties and they got the long ones. The long ones go out to about here, and you can see what the heck's going on behind you, no problem. I'm gonna get a couple of those, man. More money. And I might as well get the horn too, 10 bucks. Just get a stock one, no chrome cover, 10 bucks. Bolts on here. This little spacer thing right here, that's supposed to go on the other side where the horn is, so that the horn sticks out away from the frame. So we'll do that. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do it as simple as possible. Cheap, you know, correct. Cheap but correct, you know. Like I got this part already, you know, so. And I got a little larger tool bag instead of, I'm not going to mess with saddlebags because then you got to get saddlebag supports. More money. But the mirrors are a safety feature, so we're going to have to do that. I'm like riding it, you know, it's cool. It's just cool taking it out. It works fine now. Everything works on fine on it. Well, here's the old bike again. You notice on the back we got a Sissybar with the side plates. I was able to fit my one from my 89. It's actually, the only thing I had to change was over here. You won't see it, it's on the inside. I had to make like a U-shaped notch because the bolt hole on the 91 is different from the 89. So it's got 2 bolts holding it plus a notch with the bolt over there. Normally it's 2 bolts, so that's a nice solid Sissybar, which it's going to have the big tool bag. I got a high one, about that high, so I can put my lock in there. Probably like a couple other doodads, just enough, and oil up the chain and stuff. So, and if I want to start the bike, I just hook the wire on it and just go, man. So and I'm getting these mirrors and a horn for it. So you know, freaking adds up, right? But you know, you got to set it up right, or else you're gonna have a problem. The mirrors and the horn, you know, maybe that's a little bit of safety there. Loud mufflers, but you know, if they can't hear you with the mufflers, they can't hear you with that little rinky-dink horn anyway. So, but the mirrors, I can't see behind me with those little short mirrors. I thought I was going to be able to, but they're right in my. I'm seeing like half my body in that freaking mirror, and I'm not seeing anything behind me. I can see the side of me, but not behind me. I don't like that. So we're changing that out. Anyway, yeah, it looks pretty good. It looks so far so good. I'm gonna have to check a few more things. Maybe the brakes or the brake pedal. It just feels different. It's like the clutch grabs higher out. I ain't used to that. And the brake pedal is lower. May need fluid. I might adjust this clutch a little bit so it grabs higher. So, you know, yeah. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. You know, I'll take it. It's coming out pretty good. It's pretty good that, you know, I got the risers, which help the handlebar position quite a bit, and the Sissybar on there from my old bike. I don't have to pay for those parts. And that's one of the beauties of this, because like, even this bike's going to be a little bit of a learning curve to get used to it. It's not that different, but man, if I got a bigger one, it'd be like a whole nother riding experience. And I'm like, you know, I don't need to do that. The logistics is simple, and this bike, it seems to have some pretty good get up and go. It's an 883, but mine, it's got more torque, but the real power kicks in at 4,500 RPM. And when I'm just riding around, it don't seem like it's that powerful. But when it's, I know I used to jump on it, and no matter how tight I made my mirrors, the mirrors would get out of whack from the acceleration. So that bike was, but you know, you wear stuff out when you do that. So this bike could probably outlast my bike. Thinking about it, seems like it's got a lot less wear on it.